What's going on, guys? Reese here from the Blue Tide blog, and today I'd like to talk about water processing in a little town called Denmark, Western Australia. Denmark has had its problems with water shortages in the past, and its main supply of water is the Quick-Up Dam. Now, this dam has a desalination plant located on site, which processes the water in the river and makes it available for human use. Now, one of the waste products of the desalination process is brine. Now, brine is just a salty discharge that you can't really do much with, and you have to be careful with its disposal because salt can have huge impacts on the environment if it's just dumped in large quantities. So you can imagine that when the Water Corp tried to dump a load of brine off at one of the local beaches in Denmark, people got upset. And they rallied against the Water Corp's plan, and the Water Corp was forced to relocate this brine to another water processing plant for disposal. Now, this raises the issue: is this sort of water processing on such a large scale the ideal solution for a small town like Denmark, or even the region that surrounds Albany? And I did some looking around, and the technology for alternative desalination processes already exists. Now, I'd like to introduce to you the desalinator, which I'm going to flash up on screen for a couple of seconds. So, you know what it looks like? It's just basically a solar panel that takes energy from the sun and uses that heat to heat the water and get the salt out of it and pass on the water for human consumption. Now, it's quite an innovative design. It went to the 2014 Iron Index Awards and won the People's Choice Award for a few reasons. One, it's completely sustainable, as it doesn't use reverse osmosis, which is much more expensive than just solar power. It is only $450. It can last for up to 20 years without maintenance, and it has no moving parts. And yeah, you can even recycle the brine that it produces for use in the process again. Now, this system is quite innovative, obviously, and it's useful for a lot of things. It could be used in a small third world village to power certain amenities and supply them with water, but it can also be used individually in households. A house could just hook up one of these units to their water supply and just process their own water and find their own way of disposing the brine. Most likely it would just go to, your local tip, and that would be the end of it. But it does, in a way, this process eliminates the need for large-scale processing powers where they're not really necessary. In our Denmark example, the town and the area suffer from the large-scale production of brine, and if water was produced on a needs basis by these small desalination units, then there would be less waste produced as a result, and there'd be also more energy efficient by the grid, and better for the environment as a whole, and I suppose societies and all as a result. I think technology like this should be given a chance because it's really necessary for the development of our society. Anyway, guys, leave a comment and a like in my blog if you've liked this video and my blog, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.